What is going on, man? This your boy Meech, man. We are back again with another one. I'm going to go ahead and skip right to it, man. Breaking news, blockbuster news. The Steelers have traded away Minkah Fitzpatrick for Jalen Ramsey, Jonnu Smith, and a pick swap in 2027 for a 7th rounder, and we give up a 5th. Here it is, y'all. It's like that old saying, man. It's like that old saying. Be careful what you ask for. Be careful what you ask for. The Steelers gave me what I wanted. Gave us what a lot of us wanted. We said, go get Jalen Ramsey. The Steelers went and got Jalen Ramsey. They also gave up Minkah Fitzpatrick in the process. So, in case you didn't notice, man, I got a new addition to the wall. Man. The Minkah Fitzpatrick jersey has been officially retired. The curse is over with. That's a little inside joke with my boy, Coach Jack, man, over there at the Jumping with Jack podcast, man. Story behind that jersey, man, he bought me the jersey. Man. Every time I put that jersey on, the Steelers lost. So, the curse is over with, man. The Steelers have traded Minkah Fitzpatrick, man. And when you look at the deal, I like the deal. You beefed up your corners. Yeah, you traded away a top 10 safety, but you also got a top 10 safety corner, in return. So, and that's the move that I've been saying. So now you pair a Jalen Ramsey, a Darius Slay, a Brandon Eccles, a Corey Trice, and a Joey Porter Jr. in your cornerback room. And man, this is a move for Joey. If anybody, I like to talk about who benefits from what. Joey Porter benefits the most from all of this, man. You now get to learn from Jalen Ramsey. You now get to learn from Darius Slay. If there were any questions about the Steelers and how they feel about Joey Porter, they just let you know they investing in their future. Jalen Ramsey, Darius Slay, Joey Porter Jr., man, this guy right here, man, I'm telling you, this is the Steelers telling him, like, hey, look, you got to go out and ball this year, next year. It's all on you. Like, we believing in you. And I don't think that's a bad thing to do. So it's like what we were saying, like what me and Coach Jack was saying on a Still Jumping podcast, man. Go tune into those 2 episodes. There's going to be more of that to come this season. We're looking at the young guys. Like I said with Joey Porter, we're looking at the young guys and we're telling them, look, this year you got to step up. Broderick Jones is another one. Roman Wilson. It talks about him being a wide receiver too. So, but with Joey Porter, man, it's definitely, yeah. The young guys got to step up now. And they're investing in Joey Porter's future, man. And you can't be mad at it. So when you look at the deal, man, it's essentially a player for player. We gave him Minkah Fitzpatrick. We got Jalen Ramsey, You also got Jonnu Smith in the deal. You swap your 5th and your 7th picks. It's cool. You save money. You save some money. You save like $5 million. It ain't much, but you save $5 million. You get a TJ Watt deal done. You get more money. So it's cool. Now, Jalen Ramsey, he got an extension. I think it's like 1.5, 1.6 mil extension on top of that comes. All around, it's a good move. So now I'm looking at it as, what do you do for wide receiver and safety? Which one do you go and you tackle? Because you can't do both. Maybe after a TJ Watt deal, you could probably go make a move happen somewhere, but keep in mind, you got to sign your practice squad. You got to have some backup money. You got to have some money. So you can't go too crazy. Now, with the Jonnu Smith part of this thing, I mean, it was talks out there about the Steelers being interested in Jonnu Smith, pairing him back up with Arthur Smith. Cool. So, and especially with the injury to Donald Palmer Jr., we possibly said that was going to happen. It was between Jonnu Smith and Kyle Pitts. Me personally, I wanted a Kyle Pitts, but hey, it's Jonnu Smith, and he coming off of his best year last year. It was all pro season last year. So let's see what else you got to offer. So, and with the bringing in of him, I'm looking at the Steelers now, and I'm like, Arthur Smith for sure is trying to do what he did in Atlanta, but 10 times better and run a 2 tight end set. We got Caleb Johnson. The zone run game is about to be full in effect. It's something that we said Najee Harris, and I got Najee on the back of the chair, man. I got Big 22 on the back of the chair. So I'm retiring jerseys around here. It's cool. It's cool though. But you brought in Caleb Johnson. You got him in the draft. We already said the Steelers' run game is going to be better. Now you add Jonnu Smith and Pat Freiermuth there, and you still got Darnell Washington. Can't forget about Mount Washington. We're starting to see what they're trying to do on the offense. We're trying to see what they're trying to do on the offense, but at the same time, there's still that glaring hole there at wide receiver 2. At wide receiver 2. Now, the Steelers could possibly be saying, like, this is a Roman Wilson. This is a chance for Calvin Austin to step up. Now, Calvin Austin, I don't really see him as a number 2. Could he? I was on record in the earlier podcast episodes on here. Be sure to go tune in. All of them are uploaded on YouTube. I said with Calvin Austin, all we really needed for him to do was 700 to 800 yards. If we can get that out of a Calvin Austin III, man, I think we'll be straight. And a Roman Wilson coming in and actually, playing the game. Now, it's still a big question mark there, Roman Wilson. But he was hurt, and I also get that when he wasn't hurt, the Steelers didn't put him in. They probably just didn't trust him at that point. He came back too late. So we'll have to see there. But it's still a glaring hole. And like I said, God forbid, if DK Metcalf go down with injury, man, you can kiss this season goodbye. And all this all-in talk, the Steelers are going all in with Aaron Rodgers, and that becomes long forgotten, man. So, and that's the thing. With this move, is it an all-in season? Are the Steelers trying to go all in? I mean, and what does this say about Mike Tomlin? Is this his last go at it with Mike Tomlin? And to both of them, I look at it as the Steelers trying to do, I don't want to call it an all-in move yet. I don't want to call it that yet. Now, if we just so happen to bring in a wide receiver or go get a safety, and depending on who that player is, then I'm ready to say, yeah, we're going all in this year. Like for wide receiver 2, we go out and get a Chris Olave, and we pay TJ Watt. Yeah, the Steelers going all in this year. Justin Simmons, I think that could be an all in move too. It's trying to stack back up the defense. The Steelers we've been on Justin Simmons since last year. I was on here saying yes, you go get a Justin Simmons. So I won't rule that out either. I think that's next to come. I think we go secure the safety position before we do wide receiver 2. I do believe that. You still gotta wait. Like again, another name at wide receiver 2, Terry McLaurin, Commanders. I mean, that situation looked like it's possibility we could probably make a play at that. Now we thought it wasn't gonna go that far, but like I said, I'm looking at that situation as a Brandon Ayuk. So I'm watching it, but I'm watching it though. I'm on that, but I ain't on that though. I'm more interested to a Chris Olave. I think that's more along our stilo. We can make something really happen there before Terry McLaurin. But trust me, if Terry come out my way now, Terry, let me holler at you, my boy. I'm going to, I'm going to. So, yeah, and as for Mike Tomlin, is this a last go at it? No. And if you don't know me, now you do. I'm not on that bandwagon of getting rid of Mike T, bro. I'm not on the bandwagon. I mean, yes, it was some moves that's questionable with him, but hey, everybody not perfect. And at the same time, bro, you got to look at the moves that the Steelers made with Mike Tomlin, with Kevin Colbert, and now with Omar Khan. They're trying to fix that. I'm looking at it as they're trying to fix the mistakes that they made in the past. Passing up on the Lamar Jackson, passing up on the Jalen Hurts. Moves like that when we were really supposed to get that quarterback. Big Ben not trying to mentor Mason Rudolph, possibly turning him into something. I'm just saying. So Mike Tomlin and the crash out moves, we're trying to get rid of the mistakes from the past. And not to mention, man, may he rest in peace, Dwayne Haskins. We had him on the roster, y'all. Unfortunate circumstances happened, but like I said, may he rest in peace. But who's to say we probably wouldn't even be here in this situation if Dwayne Haskins was still alive and he was the next Steelers franchise QB. Because I had faith in him. But he was with the Washington Commanders. It was kind of like a bringing in a Justin Fields. Now the thing with Justin, I feel like you were supposed to at least pick up Justin's 5th-year option and never had to be in that situation up to where he wants to pick and choose where he goes next or entertain another offer. That's just me. It's kind of like you bringing in the Mason Rudolph for 2 more years. Like, huh? I think with Justin, man, we kind of botched that. We probably didn't want to give too much. Like, well, not probably. We didn't want to give too much, but at the same time, $30 million for Justin Fields, man, you did that here, bro. Because he did came in the season, started the season, played well possibly should not have got benched. That's why I'm on the fence of you never should have benched him. You never should have benched him. If you went with Mason Rudolph over Kenny Pickett, you go with Fields over Russ until Justin really shows you, okay, this is not it. That's what I feel like. So that's what I feel like. But anyway, moving on. You could kind of sit here and say like this is a swing of a miss season. I think that's what the narrative is going to be out there. I think you could sit here and say it's going to be a swing and a miss season. But at the same time, man, I just think we got to wait and see. I don't think the plan is fully done and over with. I think we're still working while everybody was on vacation. Like I've been saying, we in the abyss. Nothing's going on. The Steelers said, I don't know about y'all, but stuff is going on over here. We ain't on vacation just yet, at least not in the front office, you know. And especially a move like this, man, they had talks, took a break, and possibly had another talk before they made this move happen. Because like I said, go listen to the earlier episodes, man. We were talking about it when it came down to who's possibly on the chopping block. Minkah Fitzpatrick name came up. His name came up in conversations. And me personally, I feel like Minkah's name only came up because he wasn't giving us those interceptions that we're used to. So, hey, when you sit there and you think about it, 1 interception in the last 2 years, but the year before that, he was on 6. I think it boils down to teams weren't really trying to target Minkah at all. Like, we're going to try to stay away from Minkah as much as possible. And then on another note, I think Minkah had to do too much saving versus just sitting back there and really ball hawking. I really think that's the thing with Minkah. So like I said, he's still top 10. He's still a top 10. But hey, for the amount of money you were paying him, all right, cool, I get it. You got that off. The Dolphins got it. He probably go and finish his career off there. We'll see. And it's cool. That's where he started at. So he goes back home. All right. But yeah, man, when they're all said and done, the way I'm looking at this trade deal, blockbuster deal, is moves that the Steelers don't make. And this is why I was telling you, Crash Money Records, man. New era of the Pittsburgh Steelers, bro. They're making moves that we normally don't make. They're making the moves that we've been talking about making. You got to go and swing at some players, bro. You got to go and swing at some players. Spend the money. Spend the money because you got to spend it anyway. So I'm not too mad about it. I like the deal. But I do have some concerns like, okay, bet you traded away Minkah. Now I'm sitting here just trying to figure out what's next to come. Because like I said, I believe it's not over with. We about to get some more news, possibly during training camp or at the start of training camp. I think we're going to get some more news, and I think it starts with a TJ Watt deal. So in that safety, like I said, I think the door is wide open for a Justin Simmons deal to happen. I'm all for that. The Steelers, we've been into Justin Simmons, you know, arguably one of the best players. So we can see. I'm all for it. Let's get into this. Does this affect TJ Watt deal? And like I said, no, I don't think so. It doesn't affect TJ Watt. And also, I feel like it doesn't affect what you're doing in the draft. Now, I get it. You can sit here and say, how are we going all in with the moves that we made, the players that we gave up? And let's just run through it. The offseason moves so far. You traded for DK. You traded away George Pickens. You signed Rodgers. You signed Slay. You let Harris walk. Now Ramsey and Smith you trade for, and you trade away Minkah. I mean, you trade away a captain on that defense, and I think Minkah was a major part of that defense. Like I said, the cornerstones. You traded away one of the cornerstones, I feel like. And that's kind of why I'm kind of down on it. I wasn't ready to see Minkah walk, but at the same time, I get it. You beef up the cornerback room. And me personally, I think I'll take a Ramsey right now over a Minkah. Like I'm not too upset that Minkah's gone. I love the guy. I love the player. But I'm not too upset. So we'll see. But TJ Watt, I don't think this affect TJ Watt at all. He's still going to get his deal. If anything, it's going to help the Steelers once they sign him. Like I said, he'll pick up. We'll get more money in the draft. I mean, more cap space. And then when you're looking at the draft aspects of it, and I'm just going to tell you how I've been telling you. First round pick next year got to be quarterback. And with this move, if you're going to sit here and say it's a swing and a miss season, I don't think it really hurts that chances. Because if it's a miss, then guess what? You hire up. If not, you still got all the trade value, the trade capital, draft capital to either trade up for a quarterback. Just for example, like Kansas City did. Kansas City was straight before they signed Patrick Mahomes. They had a good quarterback. They still made the trade. I mean, you can sit there and say they saw the potential in Patrick Mahomes, and I thought that was the best quarterback in the draft. I don't know what the Bears were doing. Patrick Mahomes should have been the first pick in the draft. I really feel like that. So you still can trade up, and then, like I said, the trade capital, the draft capital. You get composition picks for George Pickens. You'll get a pick for Minkah Fitzpatrick. You stacked in the first half of the draft, plus comp picks from last year. So we got some pieces, man. We got some pieces to move around this draft board and really piece some stuff together. So it's kind of like what I said before, man. You let Omar Khan cook. Let Omar Khan cook, man. That's it. We sit back and we got to see, man. But y'all get in the comment sections, man. Let me know. Let's talk ball, man. Because Blockbuster deal, bro. The Steelers are doing stuff that we never done before. Do you like the move? Do you hate the move? Was it a mistake trading away Minkah? How you feel about Ramsey for real, man? Get in the comment section, man. Hit that subscribe button. Go follow me on all platforms at Still Talk 6. Follow me on TikTok. Up and running at Still Talk 6, man. I was just on there this weekend going in with a Browns fan. Out of all people, a Browns fan. Talking about, man, you got a washed up Aaron Rodgers. I said, man, who's your quarterback? Because now, just like they were saying about the Steelers, who's the quarterback? Who's the quarterback? Mason Rudolph? Will Howard? Who's the quarterback over there? Joe Flacco? Shadur Sanders? You talking about wash, man. Come on now. Come on now. You got Kenny Pickett over there. We traded him to the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles traded him to you. Now you possibly about to trade him away. We chose Mason Rudolph over Kenny Pickett. He took us to the playoffs. So, hey, man, y'all follow me, man, on all social media platforms at Still Talk 6, man. It's your boy Meech. I'm out. Y'all stay up and stay blessed.